Let's make the most delicious buckwheat and coconut milk pancakes. I was just about to make some buckwheat flatbread and I thought I would share the recipe with you. I use this recipe for dosas, for pancakes, for flatbread. It's really simple, and I use buckwheat. Buckwheat is not actually wheat. It comes from a flowering plant, which is actually part of the knotweed family. There's my buckwheat, and here is the super thick, I always buy the full fat, coconut milk. We're going to pour a whole can. Oh, look at that. Pour a whole can in there. Now, because this is going to be a multi-purpose flatbread dosa pancake, I'm not going to put any vanilla or anything like that in. But if you want to use this recipe for making pancakes, then I would definitely put some vanilla in now. But I'm going to add a sprinkle of salt flakes. And you can either put a date in or a teaspoon of brown sugar. I've got a super duper blender, so it'll only take about 15 seconds. Cover that up because I can't find the liddy bit. Done. Don't be alarmed that I'm drinking wine. It is actually Sunday afternoon and I don't drink during the week, and normally I stick to red wine, but my mouth's watering because it smells so good. I opened a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc to make a risotto. Sacrilege, I know, because this is such a good wine, but I opened the bottle and I figured, cheers, it's Sunday. Anyway, back to the task, which is making the batter. So let's leave it for 5 or 10 minutes to let it do its funky thing, to meld together, and then let's cook a couple up. What I like to do is I like to make the pancakes, roll them up, pancakes, dosa, flatbread, roll them up, keep them in the fridge, and then I can have them with soup, something savoury. I can have them with a curry, or I can have them for breakfast with some grated chocolate, maybe some passion fruit, and some chopped fresh banana. So we'll come back and we'll let this have a little rest. If you want a crispy pancake, then, oh, this is quite hot. If you want a crispy pancake, then I would use some coconut oil, but I'm just using a dry pan today because there's fat in the coconut milk naturally occurring. Turn this down a little bit, and then we're just going to wait for bubbles to appear on the surface of this flatbread, and as soon as the bubbles start to appear and it looks kind of solid, then we're going to flip it over. Okay, we have bubbles on the surface. This is so hot, so I'm going to flip it over. So there's one without coconut oil. I'm going to try one with coconut oil so we can see the difference. Just put a little bit of coconut oil in, maybe a teaspoon. I must admit, they are nicer with a little bit of coconut oil, but you know, it's not necessary. It's going to be crispy around the edges because of the coconut oil. It's ready now to flip over. There's lots of bubbles on this side. Oh, look at that! Perfection. Yum! Look at that. Or imagine it with a little bit of date syrup or maple syrup, with some toasted pistachios crunched up, sprinkled over the top, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon, who knows. Another one ready. It's like a little production line. You could make these on a Sunday and they would be good for, well, probably more than 3 days, but they wouldn't last longer than 3 days in this house. This amount of mix makes 6 pancakes. I don't know if it's the wine, but I'm having trouble saying that. So in the morning, when I fancy pancakes for breakfast, I take them out of the fridge, take 2 pancakes, fold them twice, so fold them in half again, put them in a bowl or onto some greaseproof paper, and then I warm them up in the air fryer, 190 degrees for 4 minutes, gives them a little crunch on the outside, they're warmed all the way through, and they are ready to decorate and basically ready to scoff. I'm sure I've told you this already, but I'm actually cooking in a doorway, so no one can come in and out of the kitchen when I'm cooking, and the dogs get very, very confused. They have to go in another way. It's really, really dark in my kitchen and it's impossible to cook. Plus it's really, really tiny. So I'm renting a house in an orange grove near to savoury, whilst I build my house in Lole. My house build's gone a little bit quiet because the cost of construction has just gone up and up and up. So we've got a bit of a lull whilst I'm kind of praying that the cost of construction comes down a little bit. You never know. Because our budget has had to double, triple. But you know what? I'm loving life in the orange grove. It is what it is. And I'm just going with the flow. I've got 6 pancakes ready to go, so I'll show you what I do with them for breakfast. It is actually Sunday afternoon, but I think I can squeeze in a pancake. Just a few of my passion fruit. I get through so many passion fruit, they're so cheap here. I get about 20 for, I don't know, I think it's like €3, something stupid like that. So let's get some passion fruit prepped to go with the pancakes. I'm no expert when it comes to passion fruit, but this is how I do it. Really, really sharp knife. Cut a slice in the top, flip it over, and make sure you catch all of that delicious sweet juice. Then break it in 2 and just scoop out the flesh. I just hate wasting that little bit of juice when you first cut the passion fruit in half. So here they are. This is my buckwheat and coconut pancake, and I've decorated it with toasted walnuts, fresh passion fruit, and a sliced banana. Okay, let's dig in to these beautiful, crispy buckwheat and coconut milk pancakes. Oh my goodness. So good, especially with the passion fruit. Crunchy on the outside, fluffy, gluten-free, quick and simple. Make them the night before, keep them in the fridge, warm them up in the air fryer. Couldn't be easier. Buckwheat and coconut milk pancakes. Wow. It's just started raining here in the Orange Grove, so perfect weather for pancakes. They are incredible. Come back soon for more slow food, whole food, plant-based deliciousness.